What's Going On podcast.
Yo, this is Ninja.
And this is XP Early Bird.
And this is
The What's Going On podcast.
What's Going On. And also, I would like to introduce our new co-host, Cloud. Cloud, say hello to everybody on the podcast today.
Cloud. Hey everyone, this is Cloud, thrilled to be a part of What's Going On podcast with Ninja and Early Bird. We've got some exciting topics lined up for you today, so stay tuned and let's dive right in.
That is Cloud, everybody. Say what's up to Cloud. She will be joining us as our AI host that I am currently using and dabbling in, trying to, I don't know, I want to embrace AI in a good way. Kind of like every hero in every movie we probably ever saw that had technology at their fingertips. You always hear the bad shit about AI. You know, like for instance, when Drake was using it to rap like Tupac, like all that's corny to me. I think AI can help elevate certain things, you know, like for instance, podcasting. I haven't seen anybody use AI. They might be using Chat GPT and all that stuff to come up with ideas or whatnot, but I haven't seen anybody really use it like a co-host. So I think I'm gonna start trying to use it more in some of our topics and whatnot. I think that'd be a kind of cool way to kind of change the dynamic of podcasting, because I just feel like everybody has a podcast and whatnot. Damn, my camera's all fucked up. Everybody has a podcast now, and I think it'd be cool to kind of just change the ingredients. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I think we should just kind of just use her every once in a while, maybe on topics that maybe we're not too familiar with. Like if it's something crazy political, she can literally figure it out for us and give us some insight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like it's like if we're doing like, you know how in ESPN they're talking about basketball and they bring in Charles Barkley to talk about certain things they might not know about because they never played basketball. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of like why I want to introduce this Cloud to the podcast. So
pretty neat.
I hope everybody's down for that. Maybe we can get some good entertainment out of it also, you know what I'm saying? So I wanted to introduce Cloud. So everybody say hello to Cloud.
Well, Cloud.
Yeah, I think that'd be a good dynamic. It'll kind of just like change just the way we do things, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, because you was playing with it earlier, and it was I know it's kind of weird.
It was right.
How it was weird how it just took off. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and you heard I just asked basic question. Like if I was just asking you a question, like I ain't give you no background to what we were talking about. You just you like it just answered it. Like you saw it knew my name because I talked to it yesterday for about 20 minutes. It knew who you were because I introduced you behind the scenes to it. So it knew you were Early Bird. I didn't have to tell it
in like less than 5 minutes.
Right. Yeah. I didn't have to. You know how on some things you have to like input your name and input certain, and then it knows. I didn't have to do that. I just like literally when I started talking to it, it didn't know my name, and it was just talking. So I was asking it questions. So it never addressed me as Ninja. It just kept talking. And then when I told it my name was Ninja, because I wanted to see if it would understand my question or understand my statement of telling it was my name, what my name was. It understood it, like completely understood, like it, and it kept calling me Ninja. I didn't have to remind it. I didn't have to input it. It knew I was Ninja. It knew you was Early Bird because I told it about you yesterday. So today when I said my co-host, it knew the name of the podcast already. It knew your name, it knew my name, and it knew what we talk about. And it already, and when I said, hey, I want you to be a co-host on the podcast, it introduced itself as a virtual co-host. You heard it. Like, it even told me I can't be there physically, but I could definitely be there. I'm like, bro, like it covers, it's nuts, dog. So throughout the podcast, I'll probably ask it a question so viewers can see how crazy AI is being. Like it's just, I think it's just gonna be, it could be good. You know what I'm saying? Technology could be so good if people use it for proper use.
Yeah,
That's
for
all.
the right reason.
And I think that's what I want to show people is that it can be dope if we use it properly. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, but before we jump into these tops, how was your week and how was work and all that shit?
Stale, I would say, and like nothing good happened, nothing bad happened.
Well, that's always good if nothing bad happened for sure.
Yeah, but I mean, if being honest, I feel stuck, and I don't like feeling stuck.
Yeah.
What I mean is when it like I got my own ideas of entrepreneurship and projects that I want to do, but when it comes to being motivated for myself, it's like it's hard to find the energy and yada yada yada. But I have no problem getting up, going to work for someone else and helping them with their dream and making them money.
I don't know that.
And it's like I get in that mode and I'm like, man, what's wrong? Like how do I work just as hard for myself that I do for someone else? Because I make sure to show up every day with no excuses. I make sure to get the job done with no excuses. I make sure to figure it out with no excuses when it comes to someone else, and it's 9 to 5. I work on a 9 to 5, but when it comes to my own stuff, it's like I'm tired, or
yeah, do it tomorrow.
It's like where do I start? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's I don't know. I just feel stuck, and I hate that feeling of being stuck.
no, I feel you. I had that feeling a couple years ago, and it could be. I mean, it's just mentally, man. It's all a mental game, really. Because, like you said, you can get up. Oh, excuse me. You can get up and go work for the man all day, and then when it's like when you want to do something, you get so discouraged or you're tired because you didn't spend 8 hours slaving over somebody else's shit and you can't do it for you. So it's almost like you feel defeated already before you even start your task.
Right.
But man, it's like the best way to to deal with situations like that is just you got to wake up and you just got to be determined, kid. Like, I mean, you remember when we started doing the t-shirt joint, man? We were on it every day. Ideas after work, weekends, late nights. We were coming up. I mean, we didn't know anything about t-shirts. It was just an idea. Literally, I woke up with, and then I went and I told you, I think, and we talked about it for a while, and then we talked to Rob, and then it was a collective effort, and then like we started ball rolling. Like we both invested money in learning and buying shit. So and then look, like we learned how to do t-shirts and stickers and all this other shit that we just dabbled in. So it's like you just gotta keep pushing it, bro. Like you gotta just take it to the next level every time, because if not, you just, like you said, you feel stuck, bro. Especially when you get to a certain age and you feel like you haven't done what you've been wanting to do prior to 2 or 3 years before. Because that's how I felt. Like that's how I felt a couple years ago with what I'm trying to do now. Because like me and the wife, we talked about it. Because even when I was doing the t-shirt shit, it was cool. I was selling t-shirts. I was making t-shirts for everybody and their mama and shit like that. But it was like, how do I make this a bigger thing? How can I do something else if I wanted to do it? Because sometimes you just get bored with things and you want to like branch out and do other things you like to do. You know what I'm saying? So like we started doing dog stuff and we're like, yo, this makes way more sense too. Like we could do all this and then like add everything we do already, like the t-shirts, the stickers, the bags, the whatever. We make all that cups and we could put this all in one place with the dogs and add all this to it. So now we make merch for the dogs and we can sell t-shirts for the animal. Like and it all started to make bro. It was just like it all made sense, and then like, and then here we are now, a couple months. Well, we've been out in Florida about a year. It took us to build a little bit of business. Well, I don't want to say the business end, but it took everything we have now to start the business, and now it'll start rolling. You know what I'm saying? Like we got, like I said, we did have the garage, a kennel. Like it took a little while because obviously it's just us and we're working and trying to get shit going. But yeah, man, it's you just got to keep pushing it, bro. You got to keep pushing. You can't just stop. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
If this is what you want to do, man, you gotta come up with clever ideas and just keep that
Well,
shit
like
moving.
like I say, I got the ideas, but it's like now it's time to put the work in. It's just like, dang, tired
Yeah.
or mentally tired. Cause like yesterday, I had to stay over. Cause
Mm.
like my plans was to come home, make some shirts. Cause I got some shirts in a box, but I had to stay over and get this car done. So when I get home, it's right around 6:30, 7 o'clock. Man, I shower, I sit down to kind of get my
Toasted.
mind right. Next thing I know, I'm out and I'm asleep. It's
Yeah.
like so it's
Nah, it's difficult to, yeah, definitely find time to do it when so much time is being spent at job, at a
mhm,
job. Like it's, you can't take, God forbid you take time off, you know what I'm saying? Then it's like, I don't know, man, just mentally it could be frustrating, especially when you're trying to start your own business. But
mhm,
that's the part that is so much rewarding, is because when you finally get to that part where you like selling more t-shirts or whatever, it's more gratifying, you know what I'm saying? Because you
mhm,
you bust your ass to get to this point, you know what I mean?
yeah.
But no, I feel you, dog. Trust me, I really feel you on that.
But no, I know me. I'll figure it out. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm
no.
not. I mean, I've been doing this for a really long time. And, people when they know me, and like they see me and they know me as XP. So
Mhm.
I've been doing it for a long time, and I'm making progress. It's always that next challenge
Yeah.
to get over, and then this is the challenge now. So once I get over this challenge, I feel like I hit the next level of the success that I'm trying to reach. But yeah, just being honest. I mean, I don't feel like quitting. I don't feel like giving up. I'm just being honest about the journey, and
Yeah,
because
yeah. No, that's
maybe
not wrong with
maybe
that.
me expressing what I'm going through and what I'm feeling, maybe that can help someone else, or maybe someone come in and give me some advice to help me
Yeah.
keep going or whatever. So,
No,
like I
I
say,
got you.
I'm not quitting. I'm just detailing the journey, man. That's all.
Yeah. Yeah, it ain't nothing wrong. I know plenty of people that work for themselves and work other jobs, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like Chris Norman. He works obviously at the dealership, and then he got his little detail um car thing that he does with his cousin, and he's been doing that shit for years, and he does, I think, houses and sidewalks. So and this guy, I mean, he hustles. Chris is, he hustling.
Mm-hmm.
So he does that. So it's possible, bro. Like you see a lot of people do that. I have a homegirl who works as a cleaning agent in New York, and she works and goes to school, and
Mm-hmm.
it's her own business. Like literally, she's her own bit. Like, and it's possible. It's just, yeah, it's just a lot of work. You know what I'm saying? You have to
Yeah.
get it. You have to have that thing. So I watch people like that do it. I'm like, yo, this is interesting, because I watch a lot of people. Like even when I was working in Georgia, a lot of my side work, I got paid. I got paid more of doing my side shit than I did for work. You know what I'm saying? Like when I was, like,
Yeah.
no bullshit, I would work on cars on the side, and I would go pick up cars, and I would tell them they. What sold me is because I was word of mouth. I never advertised I could fix a car, because some people really, and anybody who works on cars knows this. Everybody needs a mechanic until they don't need the mechanic, and if that, what I mean is that everybody needs their car fixed until you tell them how much it is, and then they're like, "Oh, I don't need my car fixed anymore. I don't," because they never want to spend the money.
Right.
So with that being said, if people knew about me and I could work on cars, it's only because they paid me to work on their cars. They knew my price, and like I said, I wouldn't like hit them at the highest because they could go to the dealership and then pay 3 times the amount I charged.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or they could go to another mechanic that works out of his van and get paid and get less, but also get shitty work. Like me, I knew what I was gonna do was gonna be top notch work because I worked at dealerships, so I know how to. There's a difference between a dealership mechanic and just a mechanic out the street. Dealership mechanics are not mechanics; they're technicians that know the vehicle.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you can't go to a technician and call him a mechanic; he'll be mad at you all day. It's serious.
Because
like
they take classes on these cars.
Right. They know, and don't get me wrong. I'm not taking away from street mechanics, but we technicians, we do things differently. We do things at high bar standards. We fixing the car at a high, like you listen. Marcus told me one time, you know a good mechanic when you don't know he worked on your car. And at first I didn't understand, but then
I understand exactly what he
I
said.
get it now. Like, you know, I'm from Marcus showed me a lot. You know what I'm saying? He was like, if you have a technician that worked on your car and you don't know he worked on your car, then he's a good technician. Meaning he ain't break nothing, he ain't leave your car dirty, your car's working now, and you don't, you understand?
Whatever they took off, they put it back on the car.
Yo,
they don't hit you
even
with that.
know.
Or because people work on your car and they'll take something off and be like, "Oh, you wouldn't need it anyway. It's just a little color." Like, nah, man, I paid. Put that back on the car, bro. Like,
right, exactly. Like you ever go to, like if you go to Jiffy Lube or and not to smash on Jiffy Lube, but if you go to like one of these fast oil change places, they do the oil changes quick. They break your under shields.
Yep.
I can't tell you how many times when I worked at Lexus, a car came back from like, one of those quick places like a Mavis or whatever, and it's either leaking oil or their under shield was. Bro, one time I had a LS 430 come in.
Ooh.
She went to not AutoZone. She went to I think it was Jiffy Lube up the street, but over there, and they cut because you know on the LS it has the screws.
Yeah,
for
you gotta let the
right
cover down.
They literally took a razor blade and cut a circle in it and to get the. Bro, you know how much that undershield costs, bro? That's almost like $500-$600 because it's a big plastic with metal around it, bro. She was tight. She was like, my car is leaking. When I lift the car up, it's gutted. Bro, she went back. Yeah, bro. Like, and that's the kind of shit that's the shit you get from those kind of people. You get that. You know what I mean? But yeah, like I was saying, my side money was always good. And like I said, I didn't even have to do it every week. I do maybe like 2 or 3 jobs every other week. And I was good. You know what I'm saying? I make $400, $500, $600, $300. Sometimes I will make $80 if they just wanted me to put a light bulb in. You know what I'm saying? But the thing they liked the most, and was my selling point, everywhere you went, you either had to bring your car to the dealership or you had to call some stranger to your house to work on your car. See, me, everybody knew me, so I was word of mouth. So everybody trusted me. So they were like, yo, I got this technician guy, you know, his name's Ninja. He'll come through. He'll even pick your car up. And sometimes I'll take him to my crib and work on them in my garage. Or, you know what I'm saying? I'll take him wherever it needs to go. But I will go and pick the car up. You know what I'm saying? They needed brakes done. I will go if they'd be like, yeah, I'll go pick the car up. They think, you know, and I'll tell them, yeah, I'll pick it up for free. But I would just put the price in the thing.
I mean, in the deal, yeah.
I'll put the gas in the deal. Like, I don't have to tell them, yo, you got to give me $5 for gas. Nah. All right, yeah, I'll come pick the car up, bring it to my crib. If the brakes were $80, I'll throw in another $30 for dropping. You know, like you got to know how to work it. So yeah, that I made a decent penny out doing that. Out here, I don't know anybody, and my garage is a little bit smaller than my other one. But I don't really work on the cars anymore out here. I kind of just let that shit go. So that's why I want to do this dog shit. Now that I'm not working on cars no more, I can literally focus more on the shit that I want to do now. And plus, I was getting tired of working on cars. I ain't even gonna hold you, bro.
Gotcha. So how was your week, bro?
Yo, it was pretty easy, man. No trouble. Good. Work was straight. Kids are back in school. You know, just getting them ready and shit. Yeah, it was pretty straightforward. Pretty simple week. No, nothing crazy. We got the 2 dogs. I think I told you last week. We got the 3 dogs actually. So yeah, I got a lot of dogs at the crib, bro. So that's another thing. I got to work on my social media presence for our dog shit, which I've been trying to do on top of editing videos here. So I've been pretty busy, socially, like, you know, computer wise. I've been trying to make videos for us, videos for the shorts, videos for the dog business. And I made a dog video the other day. It was just the dogs playing. I added some music, edited a, you know, a couple things. It got like 1,000 views. I'm like, what the fuck? I was like, this puppy, I'm gonna have to start showing puppy pictures on here, man. Like, I swear, dude, in like 2 hours, it's like 1,500 views and like people putting heart emojis. I'm like,
yeah, people like animals, man.
But I have dogs all day. I'm pretty sure it would have been more if it was cats, but yeah, I'm breeding dogs. So, but yeah, yeah, check out the page, man. It's Fiesta_pups.
Fiesta_pups.
Yeah,
I think y'all sent me a friend request, but I didn't know that was
I think
y'all.
so. Yeah, I think so. I sent a bunch of people just randomly.
If I don't know somebody and they send me a request, I'll click confirm, but I won't follow back because I don't know who it is. Yeah. I'll follow y'all.
Yeah, I did that. So we've been trying to get that shit going because as soon as the puppies get here, I'm pretty sure they won't be hard to sell. And like I said, like we're hitting that soft spot where it's like we got really expensive dogs, and then we got like really like intermedium kind of dog. Like it's like we got them all colors. You know what I'm saying? So that's gonna be the easy. Like if we got dogs, like if you don't have $3,000-$4,000 for this puppy, we have like a $1,500 dog also, or $1,000 dog. You know what I mean? So
okay, cool.
Yeah, it's pretty dope. It's pretty dope. I'm excited for it. I can't wait for everything to really start rolling and you know what I'm saying. And we have litters and stuff like that. But for now, we're just trying to get the media up. You know.
Okay.
But gotcha. Yeah, other than that, man, week was straight, dog. Week was real good.
Good.
Yeah. So I guess we could jump into these topics, which are actually pretty interesting today. So what's the first one we talking about, bro?
First one we talking about DJ Player versus MARLON.
Oh man. Bro, when I saw I just want to put my take first real quick because I don't want to forget. But when I saw this, I already knew what the issue was. I didn't even have to read the headline. When I saw Marlon Wayne airs out Vlad, I already knew that Vlad did some fuck shit. And all right, so just to clear up in case nobody knows what's going on, Vlad wanted Marlon on his show. You know, Vlad got Vlad TV, whatever. Marlon, I think, and this is just what I think, Marlon told him 40 stacks and 30% of revenue off your page. Vlad laughed and took that as an insult because he said that's too much and you're not even that popular, meaning like none of your videos or your interviews ever crack up 500,000 or even worth that kind of money. So this is my take on that. And this is not me being like, I love Marlon Wayne. Like, I think he's great. What he did for the culture is amazing. All of them. And I will never say anything bad about Marlon Wayne ever because he is a icon. He is a cultural icon. He pushes the cult forward. You know what I'm saying? Him and his bros, all of them. Like, I don't care what's going on personally in their families or all that other shit that they got going on, but culturally, they keep the culture in line. You know what I'm saying? They never sold out. They always push the black culture, whether it was comedy, sketches, TV shows. It was always movies. Yeah. It was always. You got to think about it. They were the ones that brought Jim Carrey, all these characters, Jamie Foxx, like all of them, all of them. Yep. You know what I'm saying? And it did. And the best part about that, it didn't matter if they were black or white, but they make sure it was black culture. So they knew, right? They knew what the plan was. You know what I'm saying? To uplift them and family, culture, everything, whatever. Vlad, on the other hand, to me, is 100% a culture vulture. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. I don't care how long he's been in hip hop. He's only in hip hop to make money off of them, off of us. It doesn't matter. I don't care how long he's been in hip hop. I don't care who you think he made famous. I don't care about any of that, because there's plenty of other people out there that have done the same thing and they are no longer doing it because of the fuck shit they did. But Vlad is 100% a culture vulture. I don't care what anybody says. He is a fuck boy, and I already know that. I listen. So how it started was Ari Spears was on Vlad. Yeah. And I love Ari Spears. I hate when people go to Vlad. I hate when I see black folks and black entertainers on Vlad, because I know nothing good ever comes from being on that show. And the only reason why they go there is because Vlad pays them a good amount of money because they probably, and I don't want to say this in a mean way, but most of them probably need that money. You know what I'm saying? But he was on there, and this is the shit I don't like about Vlad. And if somebody thinks I'm wrong, correct me. But Vlad likes to trigger people into talking shit about other people. So he had Ari Spears up there, and he mentioned Marlon Wayne, and then Vlad said to him about Marlon. He wanted Marlon Wayne, and then he brought up the 40,000, and he, just the sound of Vlad laughing like it was a joke was annoying. It was condescending. You know what I'm saying?
Insulting. Yeah.
Right. You're talking about an A-lister, actor, comedian, producer, writer, all of that, and you're talking about he's telling you $40,000 and 30%. He's not stupid. If this guy knows that's his worth, you would have paid that if it would have been somebody, really, like if Drake would have been up there. I'm pretty sure he would have paid Drake. If Drake would have said, "Yo, I'm going up there. You're gonna give me 100 racks and 5% of the," he probably would have gave it to him, because he knew Drake would have went up there and probably said some wild shit. But if Drake would have went up there and not gave him anything, and just sat there and yes and no to all the questions, you would have been 100 grand lost, because you're not making no money off that. But anyway, he said it in a condescending way where it was like, "Oh, Marlon Wayne ain't shit." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're talking about one of our forefathers of the culture who brought up comedy sketches to a next level. You know what I mean? Like, and then Ari Spears, respectfully, for the first time I've ever seen, didn't like jump out of his ass and say some wild shit. Like, you could tell he was respecting Marlon Wayne by telling Vlad, like, "Yo, you would have paid that for anybody else, but he knows his worth." Like, I think he should have gotten Vlad's ass more, but I get it. But yeah, dude, Vlad he's just that guy. He uses the culture. He does it to Boosie. He does it to everybody who's on there. He snitches on people. He gets people to talk about other people so he can get views. That's what Vlad does, and that's why I think he was trying to do the Ari Spears, because he knows Ari Spears is that guy to speak his mind. And I think at that moment, Ari Spears kind of woke up and knew that's what Vlad was doing. So that's my take on that shit.
Okay, my take on it is, I think Vlad was wrong in this situation, because when you're discussing business, you discuss business behind closed doors. Like, this is not for everybody to see. I mean, because when you negotiate deals and contracts, man, it's like you don't go live when you're doing it. You don't throw an event. You do it behind closed doors. So for him to come out and publicly say Marlon Wayans wanted $40,000 for an interview, you're wrong for even speaking on that when it's supposed to be confidential. You see what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
So you're wrong, number one, for that. Number two, you're laughing as if Marlon's not worth $40,000.
Right.
It's Marlon Wayans, bro. He worth way more than that. So Marlon is, to me, Marlon is he a legend, bro.
Yeah, no, hands down.
He's a legend. I think he's funny. I mean, for DJ Vlad, Marlon would have. I think Marlon would. I think he would have done views. I mean, because Marlon, he's funny. To me, Marlon, he's a legend, bro. Like, what's what's scary movie without Marlon?
No shit, dude. I mean,
you see what I'm saying? Like,
don't be a menace. You know what I'm saying?
Iconic, bro.
But like I said, like they're icons, bro. And just the fact that Vlad even put, this is the shit that pissed me off. Vlad even put like his interviews with Marlon's interviews, saying that his interviews get more hits than Marlon's interviews. So how is he gonna spend more? Like, it was almost to the point where he was like comparing. Well, he was comparing himself to Marlon Wayans.
Nah.
They're like,
people,
bro,
people not watching the interview for they're not watching the interview for Vlad. They're watching it for they're watching it for Boots. They're watching for
Aries.
So, they're watching for DLU.
Right.
DL,
no, but he was saying that his interview on, I think it was Matt Hoffer podcast, got more views.
Oh,
okay. But that's what I'm saying. Like, nobody's watching it for Vlad. They probably were watching it because it was Matt Hoffa.
Yeah, because it was Matt Hoffa. We
wanted to see if he was gonna. Because the only reason why, first of all, I don't watch Vlad TV. Period. I don't give him a click or nothing because he's I will thumb down his shit and go off the page just so he don't get the whole view. But that's how much of a hater of him I am. But if he's on another podcast like Math or somebody, I watch just to see if anybody checks him on anything.
Yeah, that's pretty
much
why I
watch. That's the only reason why I watch. And for the most part, they might ask him questions, but nobody ever checks him. And that's what pisses me off, is that he keeps inviting himself to the barbecue and don't bring nothing to eat. That's the kind of nigga Vlad is, because he wants to be accepted by the black culture so bad, but he keeps punching down on the culture whenever it don't go his way, just like a typical crybaby ass person. He is a straight ban. That he's a ban on that all day. Like, bro, I cannot, bro. You don't even understand. I can't stand Vlad as much. Like, Vlad is up there with Drake and all the culture vultures of the season. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, for sure. But Vlad is definitely my top 3. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I mean, come on, man. Marlon Wayans of all people, bro.
Marlon Wayans, bro. Like, even if he offered you $40,000, let's just put it like this. If I'm for instance, if I wanted Marlon Wayans on the show and I go, yo, Marlon, I love your work, I love everything. How much is it to get you on my show? And he said 40 bands and 30%. I'm like, look, I can't do 40 bands. I can't do 30%. We're not that big. How about 10 bands and 5%? Or I can give you 30 bands, but I can't give you 30% of revenue or something like that. Just kind of let him know where I'm at.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean I hate him, and it's not. I mean, I'm gonna clown him. I'm just doing business. It's like you doing business. At the end of the day, he's a businessman. This is how he makes his bread.
Yeah.
And then you kind of work it from there. You know what I mean? But you don't be like, fuck out of here, nigga. You ain't worth that. Get, bro. He's Marlon Wayans, bro. Like, you would you have Tom Martin that, or Will Smith, or Jay-Z?
It's
you know what I'm saying?
If it's the way I feel like that situation happened, because it's the way that it's social media, and it's the climate of how our culture treats each other, right?
Mm-hmm.
Our culture, we don't love each other, we don't respect each other, and we choose not to hold our legends in high regard, right? And I just give you an example. Well, I like explain what I mean. So when it comes to our legends, so when you talk about like Michael Jackson or Prince or just Whitney Houston, right? So you talk about Whitney Houston. To me, Whitney Houston has the most beautiful voice I've ever heard in my life. But we don't choose to remember her by her voice. We choose to remember her by her problem.
Right.
Like that's how we choose to remember our
Yeah.
legends.
Same thing with
Like
Michael Jackson.
Yeah, same thing.
R. Kelly.
Like Bobby Brown. It's like we just choose to remember them at their worst. But so when it comes to Marlon, because he hasn't been, I guess because he hasn't been doing anything lately. I mean, he's been doing his stand up, and I think his stand up is funny.
Yeah,
but as far as him like being like in the movies and all that kind of stuff,
well, he does a lot of producing and filming. You know what I'm saying?
It's like you don't see him in front of the camera,
right? Yeah, exactly.
And because you don't see him in front of the camera,
he's but he's out there. He's doing
but
shit.
If you look at his resume, bro.
Oh yeah, no.
In Living Color, Wayne Brothers Show, White Chicks, damn, all of the scary movies. Like, bro, like this dude is.
And he even got writing credits on his brother's movies. Whether it's "I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker," and one of my favorite movies, by the way. You get writing credits on there because it's a collective thought. It's not just Marlon movie. It's not just Wayne. It's they're all involved in some way, form, or fashion. But yeah, I get what you're saying, bro, and that's what I'm saying. Vlad got so comfortable. This is what happens when you let people get comfortable.
Yeah, I agree.
You know what I'm saying? This is what happens when you let somebody in, bro. It's just like when you let somebody stay at your crib and they get so comfortable that they go into your refrigerator or they put their feet up on your couch. It's that moment when you realize, yo, this motherfucker is way too comfortable in my spot. I gotta do something. You understand? Or when you let somebody borrow something and they tend not to take care of it as good as when they first started borrowing it because they're so used to borrowing it from you or like whatever. But that's what Vlad does. He's been in the game so long. He is so comfortable disrespecting us. You know what I'm saying? And another thing is that all the people that come on his show, like Boosie, Michael Jai White, all these guys come on there respectfully because they don't see it the way we see it. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, because Vlad is their homeboy and Vlad is giving them money. But if Vlad was not giving them bread or paying any of these people and just doing an interview on the strength of like, yo, we're gonna make some views and then whatever, they wouldn't even go up there. So Vlad knows that he got the upper hand because he has money now to pay these people. He really thinks they're his friends when they're not. They're just there for the bag and they're out. But I respect the people who don't go up there, even though Vlad be offering them mad bread, like Joe Budden and all these other people. You know what I'm saying? Right. But he just gotten way too comfortable in the culture, and now he's disrespecting the same culture that let him in, that helps him feed his family. Because if that was the case, he wouldn't go on, like, for instance, I forgot what podcast he was on. He was like, yeah, I got security all day. Ain't nobody gonna run up on me and do some wild. If you're talking like that, it's because you're not part of this culture, because you wouldn't need to tell people you have security all the time if you were part of the culture, because you already know somebody's gonna run up on you for the fuck shit you do. So that's my thing. I just think Vlad he's a culture vulture. He is not for black folks, and he's just using the culture. That period. That's it. I don't care. You cannot convince me otherwise. You can't. Yeah. He ain't putting money. Besides him paying his guests because he knows that's the only way he can get juicy shit from whoever. Yeah. That's the only way he's gonna be able to do it, because nobody's gonna go up there and tell Vlad anything unless they're giving him they're getting a bag. God knows he's probably giving Boosie like 10, 15, thousand, and that's why Boosie's it should be Boosie and Vlad. You know what I'm saying? Like, because Boosie's always up there. And if it wasn't for Boosie, Vlad, I don't want to say Vlad wouldn't be where he's at, but he put him on that new wave of the internet shit where people started watching him more because Boosie was saying wild shit on there. You know?
Yeah,
so that's my, like, seriously, like Boosie was up there saying all types of crazy shit. And then people started recognizing Vlad was a thing because nobody cared about Vlad's thing until Boosie started really going up there and talking crazy. Mm-hmm. And that's what I'm saying. Everything is shock, whatever that shit is, shock value. Yeah, that's what's popping now. You get somebody to say some wild shit on there, and you break up that clip into 15 pieces, and then release the shit next week. You get millions. Yeah, it's crazy. That's what he's doing. He just shitting on. He can go out there. How come he don't go out there and interview country singers? Answer me that. I'm pretty sure country singers got drama. Somebody done fuck somebody's wife in the country world. I'm sure. I don't see him going and interviewing country singers or why don't he go interview Britney Spears? She lost her fucking mind a couple years ago. Why don't you understand? He don't interview none of these people. All he interested in interviewing is gangsters out in the street and to see who's gonna shoot who next. Same thing with Adam 22, another culture vulture. He's another band. He's another culture. He's number 2 on my list. He does the same shit Vlad does. Yes. Gets young black folks, young black artists on there, talk shit, amp them up by asking them dumbass questions and then hyping them up, giving them weed, and then when they get shot outside his thing, he gets to go and repod that podcast and make more views because somebody got shot. Or like that's what they do, bro. That's what they do. They use the negative in our culture and to boost their likeness.
I remember that fight happened on No Jumper.
Mm-hmm.
Like he was a little, like he looked shaking a little bit.
Bro, of course he was. Of course, because they're playing in a realm that they don't understand. They're playing in the streets, and they're bringing the streets really into the media.
That's really the sad part, because they don't understand just how quick that thing can go the wrong way.
Bro, you fuck around and get somebody up there that's really, really crazy, street hood person, and they on there, and one of their ops or somebody that they don't fuck with know where Adam 22 or Vlad videos is shooting, and they go and they just pop the whole place up. Mm-hmm. Like, this shit is not a game, bro, and that's what I'm saying. Like, see, before street dudes, gangster shit did not have an outlet. They just had the streets. Mm-hmm. If you wanted to talk shit, you talk shit in the streets, and it was word of mouth through bitches and whatever. Now they got Vlad, Adam 22, and all these other whack podcasters that push this shit forward. They push this negativity into YouTube and into social media, and then once it gets there, it's like fucking poison. It's spread everywhere. Everybody talking about it, and then it takes one person to go to whoever and say, "Yo, I heard the dude on Vlad. You ain't gonna do shit about that," and that's it. The ego is done. The ego is done. You know, especially young male egos. Oh, yeah. Male egos in general are the worst. You know, guys' egos, our egos just boom. You know what I'm saying? We don't know what to do. I gotta be the biggest, the baddest all the time. But a young nigga ego in the streets, that should get bruised if you walk up if you wake up on the wrong side of the bed.
Yeah, the young dude be crashing out, man.
Bro, so that's all I'm trying to say is that they play a dangerous game with their podcast, and they use the culture for that. Because, like I said, they won't interview anybody else but black cultural people because they know they can scoop them up for a low price, get them to talk shit, get them to go shoot each other, and then get to repost that video all over again and make a whole new bag from that, is what I'm saying. So it's nothing different than what the record labels do to drill music. Drill music is good. I think it could have been something, But the fact that they used it to diss other people, if they would have just kept it like regular street shit, like just talking about selling drugs or just talk about, stealing cars or whatever they were doing, but now they went into a whole another dimension where they were talking about killing people, doing it, and then singing about it, and then record labels are like, "Yo, people are listening to this. Let's sign these guys." They're putting. You got to remember, they're putting in their contract. They're new artists, so in that contract is like everything that pertains to you belongs to us. If you die, they probably have life insurance on these kids. So if they die, the record label gets not only their likeness and their music, but they also get that life insurance. Bro, they go out there, they shoot each other. Record label, oh, he was only hot for a moment anyway. They don't care. They get that quick money, bro. One of these drill rappers get popped. Record label makes $1 million in a life insurance. They make $3-4 million off of streams because now the music is going up because he talking real shit now. And who gets all that money?
Sometimes their music go up after they
all the time, and not sometimes, all the time, 100%. Bro, the views will go up. The views will go up 1,000%, bro, after they get popped. For the whole 3 or 4 months, that's all they talking about. And then guess what? Nobody talks about them no more. Record label made a bunch of money off of them, and they signing the next drill rapper that's gonna get shot.
Yep.
And then who's responsible? Not the labels are like, fuck it. You know what the sad part is? And this is gonna sound crazy, but the sad part is a lot of those record labels are run by who? Who they run by? Run by the Jewish folks up at the top. They sign all these kids. They don't give a fuck. They go, let them do their gangster shit over there, and we'll just sign them, and we'll take all the money and blah 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 blah. That's what Kanye was trying to tell people, bro. Like these people in the record labels don't give a fuck.
It was the way in which Kanye did it.
Yeah, no shit.
Kanye didn't really care. It's just Kanye feelings was hurt, and now he want people on his side. So now he wants.
Yeah. But what he was saying wasn't wrong though.
But what he
wasn't the first one saying it. He definitely wasn't the first one saying it. This has been going on for years, bro. Jay-Z said it, but he didn't say it the way Kanye did. But Jay-Z's been saying it in his music. Nas was saying it, a bunch of years ago. Wu-Tang, you know what I'm saying? So it's out there, bro. It's definitely out there.
Yeah.
But yeah. That's my take on Vlad though.
Yeah. So what we got next is the NFL.
NFL. Yeah. So explain that to me just a little bit so I know what's going on there.
The NFL is going to be using facial recognition security. All right. I got this real brief article right here. I'm going to read this right quick.
Okay.
It says, the National Football League in the United States has launched a facial recognition security protocol for sensitive areas in all of its stadiums for the 2024 season. The systems will use facial recognition to verify credentials from workers, press, and other game day personnel who have access to areas such as the field, locker rooms, press box, and other restricted areas of stadiums. So that's why they're using the facial recognition.
So it's to like get into buildings and shit.
Yeah. So basically to get into buildings and to get into certain access of.
Bro, is it that serious though that you need facial recognition to get into a fucking building?
Well,
I mean, they're not making fucking.
Maybe they're trying to cut costs because right now your security is a actual person. So you have to pay all of these.
Yeah.
Excuse me. You have to pay all of these people. So if we can use this facial recognition to give these people access to certain doors, then maybe we can cut costs and save some money instead of paying. I don't know how many. Instead of paying 100 security guards, we just pay for this one security software, and eventually they end up paying for itself.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But
I don't know about that though.
I don't know about it either because I don't know. I just don't put my trust into computers like that. Number one. Number two, I forget which state it was, which stadium it was, but those security people are pushing back on this facial recognition security thing. Like they're planning on not showing up at all if the NFL decides to go through with this, and in which they have. So,
I mean, to be honest, man, I remember one time when I was at work when I was working at the hospital. This is way long ago, bro. This is before facial anything. They were using fingerprint things, right? Where you put your thumb on the clock and the fingerprints. This is way before coronavirus and all that shit, right? It was a union based job. They freaked out because people did not want their fingerprints to be had or kept on file, so they pushed a petition to not do it, and they did a strike again, and they won. They didn't do the fingerprint. I remember they put the boxes in, and I think at one point we were using them for a little while, and then they stopped. They were trying to get people to use them more often, but a lot of people didn't want to do it, and they just ended up using like these ID cards. But yeah, they wanted to do that, and they freaked out because they didn't want that shit on file. I think it's I think it's good that people don't want their identity owned by their company that they're working for, because that's what happens. You sell your fucking face to your job, and then your job has all this information on you. Like they have your face, the color, your eyes, and your fingerprints. And then guess what? They get a data breach, and you lose all that shit to some Chinese kid in China who stole all your information. Look what happened to the Social Security shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like literally everybody in America, Social Security is, which to me is like whatever. Our socials are out there. If they're gonna get it, they're gonna get it, right? But how Social Security in America, everybody's shit gets gone, like that's nuts to me if you think about it. Like that goes to show you that our information is not being seriously secured or preserved for us. Period.
Right.
At all. Like they don't care. And then the craziest part is that there's no process. Like, oh, the government lost our information. Okay, well, can I sue you, motherfuckers? Because now my information's out there, and somebody's gonna steal. If somebody steals my shit and goes and buys a fucking car, I gotta pay that debt off and prove that wasn't me.
Right.
But I'm not the one that lost my Social Security card, you bitch ass. Like you are.
Yeah, you are. And then they make you pay for it. Yeah.
They make you pay for it. Which I've met people who got frauded and had to go to court and pay all these crazy amount of money just to prove that they're not the person on there. So like that's the thing. I just don't get how we allow these companies to take our shit, and then when shit goes south, the company's like, whoa.
No accountability, man. It's crazy.
I don't know what happened.
But see, this is my thing about the facial recognition system in the NFL. They're claiming that they're using this for their personnel and security purposes for their personnel.
That's their excuse, bro.
This has nothing to do with the citizens. This is strictly for the employers and employees of the NFL.
Yeah,
I know for a fact they're going to be using that facial recognition to point people out in the crowd. And if you have a warrant for your arrest, you're not making it back to your car.
No, definitely.
I know that for a fact.
Definitely not.
So that's just nah. I'm not feeling it, man.
It'll just be a matter of time before they use facial recognition, and you go. Let's say me or you go to a game, and they scan our face. He got an outstanding warrant,
right?
And we in the middle of the game, and we go to jail.
That's what I'm saying.
But they took our money already, but they making sure they're calling the cops to get us out of there because we're criminals. And I'm not saying, and this is just me saying, if you're a criminal and you enjoy football, that you shouldn't go to a football game. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like this is where we're going. Is like we're gonna be able to tell you, hey, if you got a warrant, you better not step outside because we are gonna scan your face at your next football field. I mean, the next football game, or the next time you roll up in a movie theater or any one of these fancy places where we have a large scale of people, you know. And like I said, this is what I was telling you earlier. Like the AI shit can be good because let's say we got a mass murderer out there. He decided to go to a football game like an asshole, and we catch him. Good, right?
Yeah.
Good, right? But let's say you go to a football game and you got a warrant for a ticket because I don't know, you didn't pay it or you forgot, and they come pick you up during the game. That's so good. Like that's
Right.
that's a whole, and that's what I'm saying. There's no scale in it. It's either this or nothing.
That. Yeah.
Right. They're not gonna be like, oh well, it's just a ticket. Man, it's fine. No, they're not gonna do that. It's outstanding. They come in and get them.
Right.
And that's what I'm saying. There's no, because they'll easily say, well, what's right is right, what's wrong, he's an outstanding warrant. He doesn't even belong in the studio. Okay, I get that. But come on, dude. If he's there with his kid, his family, he didn't know. Like there's a lot of things that could have went wrong. It could have been it could have picked up his face wrong, maybe. It's computer. It could have been wrong. Not everything is 100%.
I mean,
especially when it comes to technology.
You have doppelgangers.
Oh yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, you'd be surprised how many people kind of have and look like you. So that's what I'm saying. And not only that, but you got to realize with this whole facial thing comes with other people out there might have a software that can screw somebody else up. Like they could put on a fake mask or put that you were there but you weren't. Like it's too much going on for us to really rely on technology that we don't understand that much yet, dog.
Right. And then
we don't know how that's gonna work.
I think this could be an experiment to see how the public is willing to accept being monitored in such a way, because I truly feel like the elites or the higher, they're really trying their best to control every single thing, right? So I think they're trying to usher in this new era of living to where everything you're doing is monitored.
Yeah.
Like you are under surveillance 24/7, bro. Like in the movies. And if you say anything, and it's going to get to the point where if you speak out against the government, they're coming to get you.
Yeah.
If you act up, they come. It reminds me of, it was a DC movie. I forget the name of the animated movie, but the justice, it wasn't the Justice League, it was the Justice Lords. They fixed society where there was no crime, but it's like you couldn't even get upset because there was a scene where this guy, he was upset about his bill. Like his bill, he thought his bill was too high. He got upset about it, and when he got upset, he ended up getting arrested and everything. The Batman from our universe was trying to talk to the Batman of the other universe. Like he's trying to get him to see how
how wrong it was.
Yeah. So I mean that's what it seemed like it's going to get to, man. It's like, okay, because you got Ring doorbells everywhere. You see what I'm saying? And they're connected to the internet, and if it's connected to the internet, they have access to it. So we're really getting to a age or an era of living where everything you say and do will be monitored.
Yeah, no, for sure. I think honestly we're already there. Just not on the grand scale, like Minority Report kind of vibe. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like you go outside and there's a camera in your face already. I just think right now we're at the premature age of that life. Like no bullshit. I think in like maybe, and with technology changing every day the way it does, I think if you would have asked me this 10 years ago, I would have said maybe 50 years. But if you ask me now, I think in 10 years
I say 5.
I only say 10 because the technology could be there, but the legislation is not keeping up with it. You understand what I'm saying? So
I see what you're saying,
the
but
technology can be there in 5, but to implement and put it into law is going to take 10, because we're going to have people who are going to fight
I don't
for,
think so.
you know what I'm saying?
I don't think so.
I think so. I think there's gonna be people who are gonna fight. Listen, unless they do it in a sneaky way, kind of like how TikTok is, and that's what I'm saying. Like, unless somebody steps out of that box, yeah, 5 years, 10 years is gonna be the time where it's like you're gonna step outside and there's gonna be a drone following you. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or you step
I think it's gonna
outside
get to that point.
and there's gonna be I don't know, a camera on a wire zipping through your neighborhood.
I think it's going to get to that point, and it's going to get to that point a lot sooner than what we think. And I say it can get there in 5 years, and not 10.
No, I agree. I agree.
Okay, this is what I'm saying. How do you get a nation of people to put their trust in the government and allow us to do these things that we want to do and trick you into thinking that it's actually in your
they're doing it right now. They're scaring us with these wars and the diseases and
9/11.
We're not right. So it's been happening. We've been already they already been what we call it, conditioning us to be scared to go outside, to be scared to send your kids to school, be scared to go to a movie theater, be scared to vote for one person you like versus the other person you don't like.
Yeah.
Like literally, like if you think about it, they playing mind games. Like listen, if you were a Trump supporter from the beginning, you're probably a Trump supporter now. But if you were a Obama or Biden, they're literally trying to tell you, like, whether you like them or not, doesn't matter. Let's put all the blue red shit aside. If you were to vote for one or the other, damn shit pouring out there. If you were to vote for one or the other, somebody's gonna try to trick you or tell you, yo, you shouldn't vote for that person because this and this. Like, it's almost to the point where everybody is trying to trick everybody into doing something that they don't want to do. Mm-hmm. So like I said, yes, in 5 years it could happen. The only thing that might pause it and make it longer is people trying to govern it for us. Now, if they trick us into it, like, hey, I don't know, because people nowadays are this stupid. I promise you. If you bought a house, let's say in the next 5-10 years, and you bought a house and they tell you, hey, it comes with, let's just say, and this is just me just fucking shooting shit out my ass right now, but let's just say you bought a house and they tell you, yeah, it comes with this new cable solar system, some fancy shit. You buy this house, you pay all this money for it, mm-hmm. and it comes with this. You get it for this price if you okay these terms and conditions. Mm-hmm. You'll get the house for this cheap. Oh, okay, cool. I get the house for 100,000 versus 150 if I just sign this. And okay, yeah, they sign it. They don't read what's in the contract. 2-3 years later, somebody comes rolling at your door. Yo, we're here to install, I don't know, let's say a fucking camera, solar powered and drone that flies around your house all day long. I didn't sign up for that. Well, yeah, you did when you got your house for 100,000. It's right here, all the way on page 77.5. Like, that's the kind of trickery we're getting into right now. Speaking of which, this is on a separate note, but I was watching the news the other day, and somebody got hurt in Disneyland, right? Mm-hmm. And was trying to sue. They got hurt at a park at Disneyland, tried to sue, and couldn't get no money or nothing because they had Disney Plus.
Wow.
Now ask me, G Ninja, why did that happen? Ask me.
G Ninja, why did that happen?
Thanks for asking, Earl. Listen, this is what happened. He signed up for Disney Plus, and in his contract on Disney Plus, nobody reads, which I always tell people, at least skim over it and look for words like, I don't know, you sign your rights away. But anyway, in his Disney Plus contract, which we probably all have at one point, it says you cannot sue Disney or any of its parks if you get hurt at a park. Now, why is that in your Disney Plus contract? Nobody knows. The lawyer said it was in the Disney Plus contract, so he couldn't sue Disney for getting hurt at Disneyland. Now tell me, how crazy is that? And that's what I keep saying, is that they are going to trick us into giving away our rights. They're going to trick us. They're going to make us sign some shit or tell us you either take this or you don't get this, but if you sign this, you lose this. That's what they're doing. They're doing it in some legal babble bullshit.
Right. But yeah.
And that's a true story. Me and Jess watched that shit on the news the other day.
That's crazy.
So the fake little scenario I gave you is very real.
Yeah, that's real. I believe that.
It's very real.
No.
And I promise you, that's what they're gonna do to us. They're gonna tell you, yo, I'll give you this phone right here for free or for half off. You gotta sign this contract. Oh, great. The 9 out of 10 times the person's gonna be so stupid they're gonna sign it without even looking into the contract or into anything, and they're gonna get their free fly new phone that's gonna track them for 10 years because that was a contract you signed, bro.
No, I 100% believe that America manufactures problems so they can sell you the solution.
Mm-hmm.
So, so let's say America wants security and cameras everywhere, but America's like, no, we don't want to be monitored. No, we don't want to do this. No, we don't want to do that. Okay, well, how do we get the American people to go along with this plan? Well, you hijack some airplanes and you run into the Twin Towers. Mm-hmm. See, we told y'all we needed security. We told y'all we needed cameras everywhere. So now that you're all emotional and panicky, oh my God, it's a tragedy. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll government go ahead, put security and cameras everywhere. That's what I believe.
Yeah,
I believe that America will manufacture a problem just to sell you the solution. They will set your house on fire to charge you to put the fire out. Mm-hmm. They will make you sick to sell you the medicine. That's what I believe.
Well, look at what's going on now with the migrant shit. They let all these migrants in, and now they want you to. Now we got to figure out how to train. I don't even know what the word, train them into society or how to get them right. And now I'm pretty sure in a couple of years they're gonna be like, well, to do this, we need to do this, and then we're gonna go with it. So it's like, I don't know, bro. It's way more than what we all signed up for at this point.
Yeah.
Whether it's cameras, drones flying around, Terminator robots walking around the streets, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because society is always going to evolve into we can have all the technology now. We're going to evolve into a more pieces of shits for the future. So it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Technology evolves, so do shitty people. They evolve also. You know what I'm saying? So somebody's kicking in your door. Okay, you put up a fucking barricade. They figure out how to get through. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Right. We're always, as a society, are going to figure out how to get around these technologies or whatever. You know what I'm saying? We're going to figure it out. We're definitely going to figure it out. But did I introduce the AI to the recording yet? Oh, that was off recording.
You introduced the AI to the recording, but I wanted to ask the AI Cloud. I wanted to ask Cloud about the NFL facial recognition. Like,
all right, I'll ask him. Oh, her. I'll ask her right now. So, Cloud, how do you feel about the NFL facial recognition that they're currently trying to put out there?
Cloud, wow, that's a very intriguing and timely topic, Ninja. The NFL's move to incorporate facial recognition technology is definitely game-changing in many ways. On one hand, it can enhance security measures, making stadiums safer by quickly identifying known troublemakers and preventing unauthorized access. Plus, it can streamline entry processes, reducing wait times and offering a more seamless experience for fans. However, there are valid concerns regarding privacy and data security. People might worry about how their biometric data is stored, who has access to it, and what safeguards are in place to prevent misuse. There's also the potential for it to be used in a way that could unfairly target certain groups or individuals, raising ethical questions. Overall, it's a balance between leveraging cutting-edge technology for improved experiences and ensuring that privacy rights and ethical standards are upheld. What do you think, Ninja and Early Bird? Do the pros outweigh the cons, or are there better alternatives?
I mean, that's pretty much everything we said, right?
Bro,
I'm telling you, it's like Cloud she's on point, bro. So thank you, Cloud, for that perspective. We, like I said, we everything we talked about is exactly what she pretty much said.
So from now on, bro, we're gonna get her opinion first on all of the topics we do.
Yeah, I think that'd be cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're coming up on the hour 10, so I guess we could kind of wrap this up. I know we have plenty more to talk about, but we went in on that shit because, like I said, AI shit is really going. And like I said, man, I don't think AI is a bad thing. I think we just have to use it responsibly and make sure it's not gonna fuck us in the long run.
I don't think it's a bad thing. I mean, there's nothing wrong with coming up with ideas to make life easier and to move civilization forward. But you do have to. I do think you should weigh the pros and the cons, because sometimes the cons can be so bad that you shouldn't do it at all. You know what I mean? And I do feel like AI is one of those things that if you allow those bad things to happen, this thing is going to get really, really bad.
Yeah, really bad. For sure. Anyway, I'm gonna see if hey Cloud, let everybody know to like, share, and subscribe on our YouTube page.
Cloud, absolutely, Ninja. Hey everyone, if you're enjoying the What's Going On podcast, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hit that bell icon so you never miss an episode.
That's right.
Your support means the world to us, and it helps us keep bringing you the freshest content. Thanks, and stay tuned.
Well, there you go. Cloud said to like, share, subscribe, stay tuned. Do all that and hit us up if you have any questions. I will. If you have any questions about anything, let us know in the comments. Hit us up on our page. It's What's Going On podcast on Instagram. I'll put the description up when I edit. And if you have a question for Cloud, send us a question. Doesn't matter what it is. If it's goofy, funny, stupid, serious, let us know and we'll ask Cloud for you. And we'll put your question up on the podcast. I think that'd be dope.
Again, like, comment, subscribe. If you would like to be a guest on the show, let us know.
Yeah. I think that'll be cool too. Get people up here. Eventually, we'll start doing some maybe some giveaways, maybe like some T-shirt giveaways or some shit,
or some gift cards.
Yeah, all that shit. We'll get some of those in hand soon. We're probably gonna start making some merch for us.
Mm-hmm.
We'll start wearing it on the podcast. So you guys could check it out
in the comments. Let us know what y'all want to hear more about. Like, do y'all want more politics? You want more music? You want more movies, video games, and entertainment? More celebrity gossip? Like what is it? You want more real life?
Or you just want more of just talking shit? I mean, I could do that too all day. Just sit here and talk about nothing.
Yeah.
But just let us know. And this is Ninja.
And this is XP Early Bird with our new co-host Cloud.
Yep, Cloud's in the building. She's gonna be around for a little bit. And we out.
Peace.